Mind you, the religious traditions actually came from someone else's spiritual experience. Okay? So, yung spiritual experience na na-experience ng isang tao dati, he tried to convey that to his friends and colleagues and to his disciples. But later on, as time goes by, these spiritual experience evolved, it crystallized, and it became a religion. So today, after several thousands of years, we see that religion has evolved in a way that it has become very dogmatic, very crystallized, and full of doctrines. It has become a path that is based on a book instead of basing it on your personal experience.
Hello po, good morning. Gusto ko lang pong itanong kung gaano ka-importante na alam mo yung difference ng pagiging religious tsaka pagiging spiritual. Yun lang.
All right, so thank you for that very wonderful question. So we have a question saying that what is the importance of knowing what is the difference between being spiritual and being religious? Now, to give you a much more comprehensive answer on that, in earlier days, in ancient times, there was actually no distinction between spirituality and religion, because if you want to be spiritual, you need to follow a specific religious path. However, within your church, we do have what we call an exoteric aspect of the teachings and the esoteric aspect of the teachings. So the exoteric, this is the dogmas and the doctrines of that specific religion or church. However, the esoteric is a much more deeper and hidden meanings of the allegories and metaphor of what is being taught outwardly by the exoteric teachings of the church. So, different religions has that. In Christianity, the esoteric spiritual tradition or the mystical tradition would be Gnosticism. In Judaism, we have Kabbalah. In Islam, we have Sufism. In Buddhism, we have Vajrayana. So there are actually a lot of underlying esoteric spiritual practices in each and every religious tradition. And mind you, the religious traditions actually came from someone else's spiritual experience. Okay? So, yung spiritual experience na na-experience ng isang tao dati, he tried to convey that to his friends and colleagues and to his disciples. But later on, as time goes by, these spiritual experience evolved, it crystallized, and it became a religion. So today, after several thousands of years, we see that religion has evolved in a way that it has become very dogmatic, very crystallized, and full of doctrines. It has become a path that is based on a book instead of basing it on your personal experience. Now today, we define spirituality as the personal, spiritual, internal experience of someone, while religion refers to the institution, to the organization that has rules and regulations of what to do and what not to do, instead of abiding to this inner experience within us. Now, since religion originated from spirituality, it is really important to understand that we cannot judge someone else that he is not being spiritual because he belongs to a specific religious tradition, because we don't know that in the practices that he does in his specific religious tradition, he is actually connecting to the divine within him. In Hinduism, they call this the Bhakti Yoga, or the path of devotion. So the path of religion is actually the path of devotion, and it is just one of the four main yogas in Hindu tradition. So we really can't judge someone that he is not being spiritual just because he is following a specific religious tradition. But to answer your question, it is really important to know the difference between being spiritual and being religious, because there are people who are being religious and being spiritual at the same time. When I say they are spiritual, they are practicing their religion. However, they have that inner and internal revelations of the divine within them because of their path of devotion towards their deity or towards their God. So, kung may makita ka man ng mga born-again Christians dyan na devoted talaga sa kanilang pagsisimba, or makakita ka ng mga Roman Catholics dyan na devoted talaga sa kanilang pagnonovena at pagro-rosaryo, let's not laugh at them and let's not, judge them, because there are so many spiritual people in these religious traditions. So I hope that makes sense. Namaste.